Hello students, welcome to Cloud Shiksha 365. This is the fourth chapter in this Cloud Basics series, and here now we will be covering that how to get started with the cloud service provider. So like let's say if you have decided to log in or to create an account with one of the cloud service provider, how to get started. So let's take a look on the very first step. So first step for starting your cloud journey is to register with the cloud service provider. And to register with cloud service provider, there is a list of cloud service providers that you have to decide upon, and it is based on your requirements. And the top names, as per my opinion, are Microsoft Azure, Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud Platform, and Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. However, there are many others in the market, but at least as per my opinion, these four are on the top, and because they cover most of the required services for any infrastructure. So now once you decide that you have to log in to one of these four cloud service providers, or you have to create an account, what is the requirement for login? So you need an email ID, a valid email address, and like for Microsoft, sometime you need to have that account available in hand. Then you should have a valid phone number that is required for the multi-factor authentication, and you can authenticate while you are logging into your account. It can be done with email ID also, but phone number is required nowadays, and that is the recommended one also. And then of course you need a credit or debit card. It's like when you go for a free account, there will be just 0.1 kind of dollar deduction for the testing purpose, but it's not actually doing any deduction until your free account. Once your free account is that time range for free account is covered, then of course you have to pay for the services that you use. So it is called as pay as you go. So whatever you use, you have to pay for. So this is the basic requirement to get started with one of these cloud service providers. Now we will move a little bit further, and now I will give you a bit of reference about the account names, because all these four cloud service providers that I discussed here, or even others, every cloud service provider, I will call this now CSP, every CSP has their own naming convention for the accounts. So like let's say if you are registering with Amazon Web Services, AWS Cloud, then here they simply call it account name. So like you have to register, and then you have to give some name to your account, that account you are creating with AWS services, and then you will get some account ID. So this is how it looks like. If you register with Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, then here this account, they call it tenant. So tenant we can call a high level umbrella under which all your resources will exist. So we can say that this is the root account, the root of your cloud infrastructure, your own container where you will run all your servers, your services, everything will be running under that container. That is tenant. So that is the name for your account type in Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. And if you go to your profile section when you are logged in with the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, then this is called as tenancy here, or tenant. Same way, if we go to Microsoft Azure, here they have a concept of tenant and subscriptions. So like you are creating your account, then you have to create subscriptions. You can have multiple subscriptions under your tenant. So like under your account, you can have multiple subscriptions. If I give a bit of example for Azure, we can take it like let's say you have a subscription for Microsoft Office 365, so that is a separate subscription. You have some email subscription, you have Active Directory subscription, so and you have infrastructure subscription where you have some of the VMs or instances you are running there. So you can have multiple subscriptions under your tenant. So these are the account names for different CSPs, and we can just have a quick demo here. So I will just show you Azure and AWS accounts, and then we will proceed to the next important concept about the cloud service providers. So let me show you a quick overview. I will start my Chrome, and let's start with Azure. Let's say if you want to create an account with Microsoft Azure, then we can type here, let's say Azure free login account, and then we can go here, create your Azure free account today. So here, let's click on start free, or you also see here pay as you go. So pay as you go, as I explained, means that all the services that you will be using, you will have to only pay for those services. But for now, we will click on start free. When you click on start free, then of course you need an email account here to get started. If you want to use your existing account, that is fine. Otherwise, you can use another account. Let's say I will use my existing account. Then I have to authenticate here. And once I authenticate, it will take me to the screen where I have to opt in for Azure services. So you see here now, since I have already existing account, it authenticated me, but now it is asking me to take here and opt for free services. So like I have to agree to the privacy statement and subscription agreement, and then here you see create your Azure free account, and what I will get here: popular services free for 12 months, 55 plus services always free, and USD 200 credits for the paid services that I might use or I want to test. So this is the first starting point for you to get started. And when you do this sign up, you see here identify verification by phone, identify your verification by card. So that is what you have to opt in here, as I explained before. So like with your phone or with your card. So these are the options that you would need in the next steps. So this is just a small glimpse here. However, I do not want to use it now because I want to keep it for the demo classes that I will utilize later. So I'm not proceeding next from this point onwards, but this is just an example that this is how you can have an account on Microsoft Azure. For AWS, let's type in AWS free account, and once you click here, we will go to this get a free tier, and then the first option here on the landing page for AWS, you see create a free account. If we click here, then we have to again provide the information that I just shared with you in the previous slide, that is sign up for AWS, root user email address, you need one email address, then your account name, and then verify email address, or sign in with the existing AWS account if you have any other account. But let's say you are the first time visitor, you want to address, then what you have to do is you have to give here your email ID. Let's say if I say here cloudshiksha365.com, then account name, I want to give it Cloud Shiksha 365, then verify email address. As soon as you click on verify email address, you will get an email. Then you have to authenticate that email, and then this is how it will proceed you to, it will take you to the, so it will take you to the next slide where you have to provide your mobile number for authentication purpose and other credit card details, because that is just for the safety purpose. If you do use of some of the services which are chargeable, then you will have to pay for those. But during free tier, you have certain services that you can use without even paying for anything. So this is the example of AWS Cloud. Same way, let's now go to free Oracle Cloud account, and here let's look for cloud free tier, and I click on this page. Now it will take us to the landing page for Oracle cloud registration. Again, same way, you would need here email ID, and then you have to authenticate, and this is how you can get started. I will just translate it to English so that you all understand what it is. Sign in to Oracle Cloud, try for free. So we will click here, try for free. Now here, if you would have noticed now, so every cloud service provider like Azure has a different login process, AWS has a different login process, and now they have a different login process or login form, I can say. So it is like a bit different, but almost same. They are asking for same information. That is the first starting point for you is the email ID. But of course, they are asking here territory. If I say India, then first name, last name, and then your email address. Then you have to just validate that it's not a robot, but it's in real you are doing it, and then verify email address. So login process is almost similar. However, the offerings are different. Like here, they are giving you $400 of credit that you can utilize to do some testing, to do R&D. So that is it. So this is just a brief overview, and same way you can register for GCP. So GCP free tier. Just go to Google Cloud Platform, and here again get started for free. So you see a bit of different console, but of course this is again requesting similar thing like 300 credit for free. Then it is asking for which country you want to. I'm in Netherlands, so it is showing Netherlands. You can go for India or the country you are sitting in, and then describe your organization need, what is the requirement you want to have it, and then continue. So it will again ask for you to validate your email address, your telephone number, your credit card, and then you will have a free account. On Google, it is available for 3 months, that is for 90 days. With this chapter, we have completed the basic overview for cloud computing, and I really encourage all of you that you listen to all these 4 chapters carefully, and with this you are ready for your journey with cloud operations and cloud administration. And do watch my next series about cloud reference architecture. So see you there. Thank you very much for watching all these videos, and see you in my next series for cloud.